In a high-stakes showdown between Elon Musk and the US government, a surprising victor has emerged: SpaceX. This isn't a story about rockets, at least not directly, but about a legal battle that unfolded on Earth. For years, SpaceX captured headlines with rocket launches and Mars dreams. But behind the scenes, a courtroom drama was brewing. In the end, the government blinked. It's a battle that could have come straight from a tense political thriller. In June 2022, a group of SpaceX engineers circulated an open letter internally, protesting Musk's online antics and demanding safer, fairer treatment on the job. The letter complained that Musk's behavior was a constant distraction and embarrassment. Soon after, several of those employees were abruptly fired. When the NLRB, the National Labor Relations Board, got wind of this, it launched an investigation. By early 2024, the agency had formally accused SpaceX of illegally interrogating and retaliating against the workers. To go up against a powerhouse like SpaceX was a bold move, but that's exactly what was happening. SpaceX didn't just sit still. Instead of quietly defending itself, the company went on the offensive, a classic Musk play. SpaceX sued the NLRB in federal court, choosing a venue in Texas known for its conservative judges, while the Labor Board prepared for its own trial. Suddenly, this wasn't a routine labor dispute. It was a legal brawl between a company worth tens of billions and the government's labor enforcers. SpaceX's lawyers filed objection after objection, questioning everything from how the board was set up to whether it even had the authority to hold hearings on the case. Then something unusual happened. In August 2025, a US appeals court handed SpaceX a major victory. The court agreed that the way the NLRB was structured was probably unconstitutional, and it blocked the agency from moving forward with its case. Overnight, SpaceX flipped the script. It wasn't just answering questions anymore, it was rewriting the rules. This was a turning point. What started as a dispute over fired engineers had turned into a constitutional battle about who holds the power over labor law. After that, the NLRB was on the ropes. Finally, in February 2026, the Labor Board quietly backed down. A letter from its regional director made it clear why. Those SpaceX engineers fell under the jurisdiction of a different agency, the National Mediation Board, which normally covers airlines and railroads. In plain language, the NLRB said it had no authority here. The letter bluntly declared that the NLRB lacks jurisdiction over the employer, so the case was dismissed. SpaceX's team must have popped a champagne cork. Legally speaking, they just won. SpaceX's side cheered. For Musk, it was a monumental victory. The company's lawyers leapt out of their chairs, at least figuratively, when they saw the letter. Musk himself wasted no time bragging online, treating it as a personal triumph. The result was more than a public relations win. By shifting the case to the mediation board's lane, Musk had effectively stripped his critics of meaningful protections. Those fired engineers were suddenly covered by an entirely different rulebook, one with much weaker rights. What could have been a stiff penalty turned into a mere slap on the wrist. Look at the bigger picture. This was classic Musk strategy. When faced with a threat, he doesn't just defend, he counters. He's played this game before, suing regulators, finding friendly courts, and winning on technicalities. Tesla's battles with the NLRB and Musk's fights over tweets are all part of the pattern. Now SpaceX has shown the same playbook. Pick the venue, force the issue, and outlast the regulators. Labor insiders warn this victory could encourage other companies to try the same tactic. Fight in the courts until regulators break. So what does it mean? In the short term, it's a triumphant day for Elon Musk. In this confrontation, the federal government waved the white flag. But the outcome is sobering. It suggests that when billionaires wield their legal teams like laser drills, traditional protections can melt away. For workers and advocates, it raises the alarm that basic labor rights might be slipping out of reach. Unless new rules are written, the playing field is tilted. Elon Musk may be over the moon about this fight. After all, he's already calling it a huge victory. But here on Earth, the story shows who holds the cards. And just like that, what started as a dispute turned into a battle over power. And this time, SpaceX walked away with the win. For Elon Musk, it was a huge victory. If you want more stories about the companies and billionaires shaping our world, make sure to subscribe, because the next one might be even bigger.